وَلْتَكُنْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidil Anbiya'i wal Mursaleen. Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. I begin in God's name, I begin with God's name, and I begin by praising God and by sending peace and blessings upon His final messenger Muhammad and his family and companions. Last time I'd mentioned that we need to try our best to practice the Sunnah in Ramadan. And today, continuing in this series of advice of the day, I'd just like to give a few more pointers on how to improve our Ramadan and how to get the most out of it. I mentioned that we have i'tikaf, which is staying in the mosque during the last 10 nights of Ramadan. And this is a great opportunity to be in the best place, which is the house of God, during the last 10 nights. And during the last 10 nights, naturally, we have Laylatul Qadr, which is the night of power. And the night of power, as has been mentioned in the Quran, is better than 1,000 nights. Better than 1,000 months, rather. So this is a great opportunity that we have in Ramadan to experience this, to be in the best place, to be in the house of God. And some of us have a kind of lazy attitude, unfortunately, towards prayer. Part of it, as I mentioned, is due to the food. People eat too much in Ramadan, so they lazily just kind of get up and pray, but they're kind of 50-50 about it. Part of it could be mentally. And regarding this, I would just like to remind myself and yourselves about the hadith where the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said to Bilal, who was the muadhin, the person who called the Muslims to prayer at the time, let us relax, let us feel relief by the prayer. So the prayer in Islam should be something we feel relaxed by, something we feel relief by. If we have tension, if we have anger, if we're tired, obviously not so tired that we're about to fall asleep, then the prayer should give us a feeling of relaxation and relief from the heaviness of the world. And this is part of our duty to improve our prayer, improve our khushu', which is in English the kind of concentration or God consciousness in the prayer. This is part of our duty. And how can we do this? Well, first of all, as I've mentioned in Ramadan, by reducing the food and liquid intake if it's excessive. Secondly, by wearing appropriate clothing. Also, by choosing the right place and the right venue. You may have one mosque which is very hot or very cold or very crowded or not enough fresh air, and you may have another mosque which is better, so obviously choose the better mosque. So this is the aim of the Muslim, to improve his prayer. And unfortunately in some of the mosques it's difficult because they may put speakers on which are too loud, so you can end up praying in there and getting a headache. So again, the mosque committees and the people responsible for mosques need to take all this into account. And I'd just like to finish by mentioning another hadith where the Prophet is reported to have said that his joy is in prayer. So this is the level that we need to try to reach. Obviously, we will never reach the level of the Prophet, peace be upon him, but we are still duty-bound to try. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, mentioned that his joy is in prayer. So we too should try to make our joy be in our prayer. Our prayer should be something that we look forward to, and that's our joy, and that gives us relaxation and relief. So that's the thought I'd like to leave you on. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again next time, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وَلْتَكُنْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ